inside your heart. For this love is pure and true. It is you, just what is this love? God is this love. God is this love. This love is God. This love is you. This love is true. This love is grace. This love is grace. This love is God. This love is God.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. La ilaha illallah. 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 Alhamdulillah. 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 La ilaha illallah. 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 Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah.
My love, leave aside this fruitless thinking and come lay down in the silence of being. My love, leave aside this fruitless thinking and come lay down in the silence of being. There's nothing you have to do, for all this is one with you. Your heart is already true. My love, leave aside this fruitless thinking and come lay down in the silence of being. My love, leave aside this fruitless thinking and come lay down in the silence of being. There's nothing you have to do, for all this is one with you. Your heart is already true. My love, leave aside this fruitless thinking and come lay down in the silence of being. My love, leave aside this fruitless thinking and come lay down in the silence of being. There's nothing you have to do, for all this is one with you. Your heart is already true. My love, leave aside this fruitless thinking and come lay down in the silence of being, my love. Leave aside this fruitless thinking and come lay down in the silence of being. Swaha Tatsavitu Vareniyam Bargo Devasya Dhimai Diyo Yona Prachodaya Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsavitu Vareniyam Bargo Devasya Dhimai Diyo Yona Prachodaya Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsavitu Vareniyam Bargo Devasya Dhimai Diyo Yona Prachodaya Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsavitu Vareniyam Bargo Devasya Dhimai Diyo Yona Prachodaya Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsavitu Vareniyam Bargo Devasya Dhimai Diyo Yona Prachodaya Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsavitu Vareniyam Bargo Devasya Dhimai Diyo Yona Prachodaya. Makhanda Mandalakaram Yaptamena Characharam Padam Dashitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Makhanda Mandalakaram Yaptamena Characharam Tat Padam Dashitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsavitu Vareniyam Vargo devasya dhimahi Dio yona Prachodaya Om Bhurvuvasvaha Tatsavitur Varenyam Vargo devasya dhimahi Dio yona Prachodaya.
Thank you, my dear. Namaste everyone. Very warm welcome to Satsang today. Sadguru Sri Moji Ji ki Jai. Thank you all so much for joining in. I realized I'm very lucky actually. Very, very lucky. You know why I'm so lucky? Because I don't have to fight to get into the hangout. I struggle every day. Welcome. I know all of you know that if you have some questions inside the hangout, just unmute the mic and you can start speaking then. And on YouTube chat, you can post your questions over there and we will look at them. Oh, wonderful. I have a reserved place in this hangout. I get to be with all of you. Beautiful, beautiful Sangha. Hello. Before we started, actually, Azhar was saying something about Gyan Yoga. And what happens when we think about Gyan Yoga? And why is Gyan Yoga so unattractive, even repulsive to most of the world? Because if you speak to most, they'll say, who wants to think so much? You know, who wants to think so much about God and who we are? Who wants to do all this thinking? So maybe it's a branding problem because we are not promoting any sort of thinking actually. Any sort of thinking we are not promoting because it is not required. So Gyan Yoga, we must promote it like the laziest way to enlightenment because there's nothing you must do. Guruji also has this video which is called the lazy man's way to enlightenment. Mm-hmm. Yes, and becomes a little difficult to explain because somebody was saying the other day that I don't know how to explain. What is it that we do?
Yes.
What is it that we do? So one of us, her parents were asking, so explain what is this satsang thing? What does this Ananta speak about? And what to say? How will you respond? So first there were some questions. There could be some questions about do you sing bhajan? Yes, sometimes at the beginning or the end. Do you read some scripture? Mm, Rarely, yes. Sometimes. What do you speak about?
It feels like most of the world is ready to just pray to God, but they're not ready to actually live, I felt that today. Like, it's very easy to just pray every day and fear God or love God, and if they're not ready, they think you're insane. And the mind also here I see it sometimes like you're not worth actually realizing God. So, I can see that, hey, the whole world is, who are you? Like, you can play like that. It's so funny.
Yes, she says that most are actually just happy to pray and make a deal every morning saying, today please make sure it's a good day. Please make sure today goes my way. Actually, that's the and it's okay. It's better than nothing, maybe. But very few actually. So that's why I was telling Azhar also. Very few will say, okay, let's really look at this. What is going on? And the instant this kind of openness comes, then the mind becomes alert to this openness, and says, "But you are unworthy. Who are you to discover God? There are billions who have tried. Only the sages get it. Only the great chosen ones, one in a billion. This is only for them." This is such a con, you see. It's such a con, this thought. Because you are that already. See? So anything to do with get it, that you can get it or you can never get it, both are tricks. Both are tricks. Because when we hear, oh, you can't get it, we can say, no, I can get it. And with this also we've fallen for the trick, you see. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. And you cannot explain this. You cannot come and say, oh, Ananta says nothing to do, nowhere to go. No wonder you're not working.
Can I share something?
Yeah, of course.
There's just a lot of happiness today, and I had to share it with my friend. And I just messaged her saying, I'm very happy. I just feel like sharing it with you. She waited for a while to reply. And she's like, she thought I would say why I was happy. And she's like, so why are you happy? I said,
What's the
simply.
news? Right?
I said, just simply. And she's like, okay. So I could sense, she probably was like, but I feel like sometimes it could just poke somebody and actually show them that happiness could be there without a reason. And because I feel like she has, she's a little open. And And she's like, so when you go to Satsang, it's like, 4 to like 7, 7:30, sometimes 8. She's like, that's long. I'm like, no, it doesn't be long. So it's hard. It's hard to, probably even for me, it could have been hard.
Yes. You would have just thought your friend has gone weird. Or
Yes.
somebody texted you and said, I'm very happy. And it followed no explanation, no news.
I feel like something would have like struck you, like she could be happy for no reason. So, it's a possibility.
This is good.
You can't stop saying like I love you and you're like, oh my god, what's wrong with you? It's just can't like the satsang. The sangha is just so lovey-dovey all the time. It's natural. It's not like a forced, and you can't stop that from somebody's outside the sangha. They're taken aback.
Yeah.
That's the same thing happening with me. Like father, he's having problem that how come I don't have any problem.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, like day before yesterday, we are going to hospital for his checkup. He had a heart attack last year. So for feedback from the doctor, we went to the hospital. So on the way, he was like, we have to do this. How come? He had bypass. Not exactly bypass. He has angioplasty, but his left heart is completely. So he was very tense, and I was not like Advaita police, but I was very neutral.
Yeah.
And he was having problem. How come you don't have any? Like, it's a heart attack, and I can't force myself.
Yeah.
That's the problem. So what to do in that situation? Like they expect me to be sad sometimes, and I can't. So it's a real satsang.
It's good for them. They might not realize it, but they are, like Radha was saying, they're opening to the possibility of there being this neutrality, if not happiness, at least a neutrality to all which is appearing.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Very happy you came. Very happy.
Thank you.
Can I come up, please, Father?
Yes, my dear, you can come.
I see that I haven't had any like real questions for a while. And I was with David and Nick the other day, and I can't remember which one asked me. They said, we're talking about this, and they said, well, why are you still coming to Satsang? And it's like, I just come because it's really all I want to listen to. That I want to bathe in your presence and in your words. And I want to bathe in the presence of the Sangha and their beings. And, it's just so beautiful. And I love you so much. And there's no real questions. It's just it's just this, just this. And when I look at it, there just doesn't seem to be any end to it. It's always moving and changing, and yet there's always this stillness and the being, for want of a better word, I can't describe. And I'm so grateful just to be here.
I'm very happy you brought this up. Very happy because what can happen is that it can seem like, okay, so you got everything that you wanted, you have no more questions, so why do you still go? This still presumes the existence of an entity which is the me, which wanted something, and now its curiosity is over. The curiosity of the me is over, and now typically what happens in the world is that once something is over and you realize there's nothing more in it for me, then you stop. That's the way the world thinks, isn't it? You must be going somewhere because you must want something from it. What if this doesn't have to be true? You see? And the mind cannot fathom this. I go, no, I don't want anything. I have no questions left. As far as I can tell, nothing. It's all clear. And yet I find myself here.
Yeah, I mean, there may be questions at some point, I don't know, but it's just the movement to be here and the movement also to be in the company of the Sangha, you know, like meeting up with people in the UK has been so great. And coming to India in October. And it's just like nobody's doing it. Nobody's doing it. It's just happening on its own.
Very good. Very, very good. Sometimes I also get reports, that, oh, I'm sorry, I haven't been in satsang for a while. It was just like only because I felt that it was just clear for me. You know? And then when I hear like this, then sometimes I say yes, yes, it's good, depending on how it smells. In these things you have to smell for it. And sometimes when it smells like, oh, the me is still there, then I feel to say you must come. You must come. So like this. Very quickly the mind is ready to say it's done for me. And then we start writing our biographies and say, for 1 year in my life, I went to Ananta and then it was done for me. So then the seeking stopped for me. Yeah? And there can be authentic movement also like this. I'm not saying it never happens like this. No, but I speak from what has happened here. I don't feel like any movement has happened here away from the feet of my master.
Yeah, and I also feel like nothing's done.
Yes, exactly.
Nothing's been done. Nothing's happened. And I'm also quite aware that if that came in my mind, like I'd be very cautious of that. Yeah, I'd be very cool. I'd have to really look at it if I had the feeling not to come to satsang. But I don't have the feeling to come or not to come. It's just beautiful to be with you.
This is very good because all of us must be a little vigilant to this. Just a little vigilant to this sense of me. And the spiritual me also, which comes and says, yes, yes, I got it now, it's clear. I'm awareness, it's just clear. Actually, after just a couple of satsangs, if there's openness, it becomes very clear that I'm not a person. I cannot find the person. What is here now is awareness. just a couple of satsangs, this can be clear. But very subtly, this sense of personhood can come and claim ownership of this awareness also. Now I got it. Now I'm done. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.
Yeah, that happened here, and that's a real roller coaster ride, that one.
Yes.
It's so subtle until it's seen that it's not so subtle. It's quite obvious. Yeah.
Actually, also for many, before we started satsang, we felt more enlightened. I have seen like, isn't it true? Before we came into satsang like this, direct satsang, it felt like we were more enlightened. Now nothing. What is happening here?
Yeah, Satsang pushes all the buttons.
Yes.
Worse than a relationship.
Worse than the relationship. Yes, you can feel like it's worse. No? I feel like I was so enlightened. Now I don't find myself enlightened at all. No satsang, coming to the less enlightened I'm feeling. Going on.
Yeah. It's because the person wants to be enlightened.
Yes, yes, yes. Many times it happened like this that, my first interaction with some of you would have been very, very Advaita. Very Advaita, And I know some defrosting of that Advaita has to happen, some letting go of even Advaitic concepts has to happen. And then we can see things for what they are without any concept, just to see.
Thank you, Father.
You came without any concepts. You were maybe done with this whole Advaita business, and you came without any concepts, and you were just so open and fresh. Which is okay. This game is okay.
Yeah, when I met you in India, then it all just completely all fell apart. That was yeah.
So I believe in the beginning of satsang, I meet a lot of people with a lot of knowledge, and as we go along satsang, we find that this knowledge is just being let go of, is being released. And mostly the way the expression flows over here is to use the ego as some sort of ally in the beginning at least. Only recently more the energy has been to be very strong right in the beginning and get to the root of it. Because I feel sometimes that when there's so much belief in the person, sometimes the way the expression plays over here is to use this person as an ally and then to work on dissolving this person from there. Because immediately, for some of you, when you come and I say, who is this? Who is this who's speaking? Who is this? It can seem so strong, you see. It can seem too strong. But I'm actually just waiting to pounce.
I really love it that you can be so strong. I really love that. Yeah, I don't want you to ever be gentle with me, with the person. Yeah.
I feel I'm always gentle, actually.
No, you are, but I really enjoyed it that there was no concession given to the person in me.
That's important, you see, because if I were to start conveying some belief in your story, then I'm not helping really.
No. It's the most compassionate thing. Thank you.
So happy, always happy to hear you, my dear.
So grateful.
The many, many tricks of the mind which get visible as you go along in satsang. Because many times I get reports that maybe you spend too much time, you are too nice to everyone. Spend too much time explaining. Why don't you just ask them to drop it and just inquire into who they are? And it's very often it is the same ones who I spend the most time with and they don't realize. You see, it can play like that. When somebody else is asking, it seems like, oh, he just indulges too much. He just indulges too much. But our own interactions, we don't notice. And I can sense also that when someone comes up to speak, it's very much like, oh, no, no, not this one again. Every day they have something to say. Why can't they just get what he's saying? You must check inside over there and see, is it still there? Is there still some belief that Ananta is doing some of this personally? Don't see me as a person. It'll be big trouble actually. Not only will you have with this form of expression, no form of expression in this consciousness is perfect. So if you see the teacher as again like a person, then first you will have a sense of grievance about it. But more importantly, you will still feel like something you can get personally from here. If Ananta as a person can get it, then I as a person XYZ can also get it. So he had something, now I got it. Now I don't need to go to him. And it becomes personal like this, you see. I can tell you that in a million years, the person that existed here, these words could not flow through him. If he read a million more books, if he went to a million more masters, just through knowledge, these words could never flow. All this is just my master's gift, that this body can be used as an instrument for this voice. And remember that this voice in satsang is not personal. It has nothing to do also with this form. I'm just using this form as a means to communicate so that you can find me within your own heart as your own presence. then these kind of doubts about, oh, why am I still here? Why is this one still going to satsang? Should I come to satsang? All this means nothing actually. So Chitra says, this popped out at me, so I'll read it first. If not as a person, then what to see you as, beloved Anantaji? See what is appearing from here as just the voice from your own presence. Does it not resonate with your own presence? What is being spoken from here? Does it truly seem like it is coming from outside? Or does it seem like it is my own voice, your own heart which is speaking? Like this. Yes, in this play, if we have to relate or something, I'm completely open. You can call me Ananta, you can call me friend, you can call me younger brother, you can call me older brother, you can call me father. All of that is okay. All of that doesn't matter so much. All that is just the sideshow. Just the sideshow. What is important is to discover that this is your own presence which is speaking, and to be open to the possibility that your mouth also can be used to share this light. And this is when you feel unworthy. You see, when I say words like this, you will feel, was he really speaking about me? Yes, I am. Just in the same way that this mouth is used as an instrument by the presence, same for your mouth also can be used. Nothing is in the way. Nothing is in the way. And that's the entire reason why we have the Advaita channel. All of you can come and broadcast. You can start, because I know initially there can be some sense of fear, some nervousness can be there, something can be there. So you can start by reading some beautiful words from the scripture. But then when you feel some readiness in the heart, then you can also share spontaneously. And this is open invitation, open. All of you here who are hearing this can come and share. And sometimes to share satsang actually can be very, 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 if there's some personhood that still remains, can be very good medicine. You see? You experience that also when we try to share with our friends and things. It can be very good medicine for our ego.
Very easily smell was coming from the ego.
Yes.
From the heart. So very easy.
Yes. And also in the reactions. See how are those who are listening, are they understanding if this is still playing? It's very good satsang to share satsang. And many actually, so I might be, it might seem like I'm selling it a bit, but many actually who started sharing spontaneously have not continued. So this, I know that this conflict can exist. One part of the mind is saying, yes, yes, one day you will share satsang. You know? And the other part of the mind is doubtful about it and saying, no, no, but it's only for the special few. So now with the broadcasting platform, we've taken even that away. So you say, you come and you share. Let's see what happens. And both these concepts are thrown away. Must share, must share, must share is one part. Other part saying, no, 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 you can't. What will happen? Both these are thrown away. So Chitra says, but I feel very irritated when somebody who is not complete, in quotes, wants to share satsang with me. That's very good satsang for you then, no? In other words, stuff their grandiosity down my throat. Their grandiosity is hurting your grandiosity. It's very good to see like that. There you go. You'll be surprised as to how much grandiosity I hear every day. It might seem like I don't have to hear, but every day I hear a lot of it. And it doesn't bother me at all. And maybe a blessing can go, isn't it? A blessing can go and say, may their words be their living experience. May their words, what they're speaking, may it actually be their living experience. So nothing to resist, even in this. I know that you are the self. And I also know how much you are pretending or not pretending to be a person. My only yearning is to meet you without any of this pretense. So Chitra says, do you have a secret percentage chart, person percent and self percent for each of us? Yes. You want to see it?
choice that something is better than other thing. What is it that has preferences? And I find myself around to be a little um, resistance or weak to go along by myself. So if you could help me to look at it.
This is a good question. He says, what is it here that has the sense of preference? To go here or to go there? And this still is the idea that we have about ourselves. But this can also be useful in one way. Useful in one way how? When somewhere it is seen that this person thing is not working, actually. When it is seen like this, then life brings you to a point where you awaken to the voice of your intuition. So this sense of preference, as long as it remains, you can also rely on something which is called intuition. So where the mind, everything that it is saying is perpetuating personhood, this inner voice, the deeper voice, is leading you towards this sense of dissolution of all of these preferences also. So it seems like we come in our seeming journey to this crossroads where now we have this one, the mind which is speaking as a person, and the voice of intuition which is speaking with no need, only that which is helping you to come out of this delusion of person. So then the logical question to ask is, how do I know which is which? How do I know?
But you advised me to drop the desire for freedom also.
Yeah.
And now very little of it is remaining.
Yes, this is good. This is good. But still there's a sense of some preference or no that comes with this. So for this sense of preference, when something comes up and it seems like some guidance is needed, you will find that now there could be two voices which are available to you. One is this voice of the mind which is saying do this, do this, do this, go here, go here. The other could be this deeper guidance which is accompanied by love and peace. It's accompanied by love and peace. So this is your intuitive voice. And it's okay. For now, if it seems like it's silent, nothing is coming, it's good. You just stay in satsang. And then this voice itself expands more and more and more. And then expands and comes out through your mouth also. It seems like the process of sharing satsang is actually just opening your mouth to this voice. But it cannot be rushed. So if it feels like it's silent, nothing is happening, is it even here? All these doubts will come.
You are talking about the complete dissolution of the idea of worship, but they have not gone any close to that, and I don't have any such desire also. Let what may come, come, let what may go. But I see that it is present everywhere in everyone, not only in the ignorant, but in the knowledgeable, jnani also. Why is it so?
this what the sense of preference.
Yes.
Because as long as this world is appearing, it will seem like these apparent choices are also appearing. Should I have water from this glass or from that glass? It can seem like this, isn't it? Because this world of duality must be navigated in this way only. There's no other way for the world of duality to now become singular or something like that. So it cannot be that once you have discovered what you are, the great singularity, it cannot be that this world of duality itself changes its colors and starts operating as if it's singular. You see? So in the expression that is outward, they will always seem to be like this.
I do not understand what you say because I am still attached with the idea of worship or the doer, I am the doer. So I'm not able to fully understand what you are saying. So till then, what should be my approach?
So I think that whatever you have been following now, this itself is good and it will bring you to a point. You yourself are saying, no, not much interest left in any of the desires, any of these concepts now. Then you will discover that automatically these insights are coming to you. And you see that there's complete oneness here, yet in the play of this body, still there seems to be, I go to a restaurant and you order something, well, after looking at it, you don't tell the waiter whatever. You see? So this play of preferences can continue. But you will not be attached to the outcome of those preferences. You will not be attached if something doesn't come, you ordered something else and something else comes. You will not feel hurt somewhere. You will not, nothing will feel attacked.
Okay, thank you very much for this answer. And there is one fear also in me that I'll be very thankful if you will be able to overcome it. So you will help me to overcome it. And that fear is the fear to be born again. I have heard in this path from many spiritual masters and guiders that you already are aware of it. So there comes this fear to be born again, and I'm not able to let go.
So you will discover that you will only be able to identify as awareness and sometimes able to identify as being. And when you're not personally identified as a person at all, then as being, you'll be able to say that I will be born again only if it is for my joy. All is in accordance with my will. Nothing moves without my will as consciousness. So if I feel for my joy one more lifetime, yes. Cannot move without accordance with your will.
But they say that as long as a little bit of egoity is remained, you will have to come again.
This theory has never appealed to me, I'll tell you why. Because we cannot identify the starting point then.
Yes, you are right. But if I am open, then I must be open to everything, and to also the possibility that what they are saying may be right or maybe wrong.
Be open does not mean, so being open means we're not resisting anything. We are open. Everything is allowed to come and go. Being open doesn't mean that we latch on to every concept which is coming. You see, there's a subtle difference in this. So although we are open, anyone can say anything.
To look at the possibility, is it
Yes.
not openness?
To look at the possibility is also good. But just to take it conceptually and say because XYZ says it, it must be true, that is not looking at it. To look at it would mean that, okay, what is it that they are saying? They are saying that as long as some ego personhood is there, therefore you will have to keep coming back. Then how did the first lifetime happen?
Yeah, I asked them also, but they didn't have the answer.
Yes, nobody answers this. It makes no sense, that's why. So if it is like this, that okay, because consciousness is not evolved enough, therefore it must keep coming back. You know? So it started off by being unevolved, or how did this whole game start then? That's why this theory of evolution never appealed to me too much. For me, my favorite is entertainment. Mm. Yeah, so it's like this. So my preference, you could say, is for entertainment, but it's logical, isn't it? Also, when we look at it scientifically, how could it be that which is yet the unborn was blemished in some way with personhood, and therefore it had to come until this personhood is dissolved, it keeps coming back.
Actually, there are many theories of creation, but I think we should not go that side because all of them appear to be a concept for us. So we should focus on.
So this is good. So let's come here now, and you say that there's some fear that still exists, and I don't want to come back. Basically,
Yes.
I don't want to come back into this. So this is still coming from the person's voice, and once you identify him only as being or as awareness, then you will see that as awareness, nothing is moving, whether person, non-person, dream, waking, any state is
So
there.
in other word, what you are saying can be based as you will have this fear gone when you will be mukti, when you will be mukta. It is a loop. You say you are saying that you will not be having this fear when you will be free. It is a loop.
It's not a loop. It's not a loop because you say that there is fear. And if you inquire into the fear, you can use this for your inquiry and say, who is fearing it? You see? So fear comes, you don't have to loop it. You can loop it if you say, I personally am fearful, that's why fear is coming. You see? Then it can become a loop. But when fear comes, if you use that for our inquiry and say, okay, whose fear is this? Who's suffering from this fear? Then it gets chopped off. It's not looping, it's getting cut off.
It is temporary.
No, every time when it comes, if you check, you will find that the intensity, the amount of belief that goes to it, all of this is reducing every time. So in this way, then so it can become a loop. He's right. It can become a loop if when it comes, I immediately say I am still fearful. Instead of that, when we say fear is coming, and we say who is this affecting? Who's suffering from this fear? Then every time you inquire, it loses its juice more and more, and it will dissolve.
Can I ask something?
Yes, ma'am.
Like you said about this intuition thing, there's a difference between intuition and a person.
Yes.
So like what I feel like in my case when I'm very busy in work, like I don't have a time even to check whether it is intuition, not as a checker,
Yeah.
but just a gentle check. So that sometime when I forget, like for 1 hour that I forgot to check, the mind says, oh, you are a person all the time because you're not aware. So
So yes, that's why it's very important to remember that it's all about the right now. Because this one that wants to do the post-mortem. Oh, yesterday I was like this. When I came to Satsang 3 days ago, I was completely clear. Then this happened 2 days ago, 1 day ago, then today. I have no idea about any of this.
but that
If you were to ask me, Ananta, how much of a person were you yesterday? I said, I don't know. Because the now is itself so beautiful. Why would I want to contemplate how it was yesterday and whether it was person versus percentage self? Mean nothing.
the thought
Because
feels
there must
very
be still some belief that there's some reality to this person. Yeah, this fear or some belief must be there that when this person idea is believed, the person becomes real. Actually, it doesn't. That's why it's meaningless to try and track it. I've told many of you that we throw away this thermometer. Stop tracking how much person was I, how much was. self was there.
But that thought feels
Yeah.
very genuine. That
Yeah.
you are not aware for
If
one
it's a
hour.
thought, it's enough. It is not genuine. It feels very well dressed. We call them the well dressed thought.
You are not aware for 1 hour.
Don't need it. Throw it away. No matter how genuine, how charitable, how loving, how kind it might sound, but it won't feel love. You see, it will not have the presence of love. It will only speak love. You see the difference like this? All of you must hear this. That a thought can speak of love, but you will not feel the presence of love with a thought. So don't confuse thoughts even when they're speaking something very loving or genuine or honest. Many like this get into a lot of trouble. You see, the most unpopular people are those, if you talk to them, you'll realize what is their theory? That I speak the truth. They all say, I'm the custodian of truth in this world. I speak the truth. I don't care whether you like it or not. But this is just coming from this sense of truth which the mind is saying. You're saying that your perception is the truth, everybody else's perception might be whatever. We're very caught up in these ideas of truth and love and peace and joy, all coming from the mind. So I'm leading you to love. I'm telling the truth. All of this.
I was very confused about all these ideas
Yes.
from the beginning.
Yes, exactly.
From the very beginning, people used to say that I love you or one loves other. But I came in contact with Maharishi and he said, I am love itself.
Exactly.
And what is love?
Yes, when love is just a concept, it is as meaningless as any other concept. This thought is coming and it is saying, but last 2 hours you have been a person. Stop now. Yes. What a wonderful thought. And without this thought, there was nothing.
I have this problem, like what next? It's always there in my mind.
What now? Forget what next. What is now? We'll come to next after you tell me now.
Again that but.
Yes. Who is this for? Who is looking at the but? Say it.
It feels like mind is looking at mind.
What do you mean mind is looking? How is mind looking?
It's like there's no conviction that
Forget conviction. We're just talking about what is seen right now. It doesn't need any conviction. Just like I say, look out of the window. Does it need conviction? Oh, I need conviction to look out of the window? No, you just look. The same way you look now. You say, this mind is saying, but. Who is witnessing this mind? And the concept was mind is witnessing. Throw it away. What do you see? What is seen right now?
wants some attention.
What?
Mind.
Yes, it wants attention. Thoughts are coming which want attention. But who are they appearing to? You're still speaking about the content, you see. I'm saying who is witnessing. See now and tell me.
Feels like there's nothing which seeing the thought. Like, where is me then?
Yes, this is good. So it feels like nothing is seeing the thought, yet the seeing is happening.
It's
The seeing is happening. The seeing is here or no?
It's that
And where are you in relation to this?
feels some part of me is in content and some part of me is
Which part of you is in content? Is it arms, legs? No, see, it seems because the mind is telling all this. Let's look at it. It seems like a part of me is the content, a part of me is the scene. Which part of you is the content? Don't go with any imagination, visuals, pictures. Just see. And if some visuals are coming, ask yourself who is witnessing these also. And all of us must do this inquiry anytime it happens with anyone. Don't let the mind convince you, oh, now I've done the inquiry. I'm done with the inquiry. I know the answer. All of this still from the mind. An opportunity for inquiry is the most auspicious. Follow along, follow along. What do you see?
feel and this stillness.
Stillness. Stillness is what? Suppose I never heard the word stillness. Explain to me what is stillness.
Like, I'm just here,
And now,
but it's again the gets carried away with spontaneous
what gets carried away? Do you get carried away or just your attention gets carried away?
attention.
Check. Who watches the movement of attention? Is that one also moving? Some fear. What can take you away from this?
Attention is going.
Attention is going. And by attention going, does it touch you?
consciousness is here only.
Yeah.
in which-
Now step out of this. Become unaware. Send your attention anywhere so that you become unaware. Do it, Anshu. Not possible. Then we are not having this fear now. Oh, my attention is going here, it's going there. So, all kinds of appearances are coming. Parents are coming, they're shouting at you. You're good for nothing. Something happened to you? Sure.
This but is going on.
Yes, and does that mean anything to you? You can say it's okay.
Saying like it's the same old trick of mine.
Yeah.
It's good in satsang, but outside.
But outside. And where are you now? What have you become? Can this go when you leave this room? What changes once you leave satsang? What changes?
Only appearance will change.
Only the appearance changes. Very good. Even if you believe a thought, what happens to you? Nothing. No. You want freedom? Can something bind you?
So that's why this is Maya.
Yes, yes, that's why. Yes.
Nothing is happening actually.
Nothing is happening. Yes. You are not moving. You are untouched by all of this appearance.
I'm seeing it, not as a seer. But
Yes.
process. Okay, it's so simple.
Yes.
Yeah, his body is moving.
Yes.
I'm not.
Yes. He says this body is moving, I am not. Yes.
But yeah, this thought is coming. Maybe you're not perfect. Why this thought is coming?
It's okay. Does it bother you? In reality, when this thought comes, who is it bothering?
It's bothering to the image.
To the image. The bothering of the image is just an image. The rising of emotion, the rising of thought, all of these are just images in front of you. You stay untouched. Nothing you have to do to become untouched.
So it feels like I needed you to recognize myself.
Who needs it?
Like just to remind me.
Yes, who? See, now I pounced on you. Now I'm not going to leave you.
It's switching. Like it, not exactly, but it feels like
Yes,
it's
yes. So
switching
when this
from
I
the-
comes,
yeah.
even saying very nice things, who?
Yeah, even when you say go, then it feels clear. But
This is the value of who. So sometimes it can be very valuable because the mind still comes with some tricks to invent the person again. Just this who is enough. Who?
the thought is coming, how can I hold this?
Yes. That's why I said you leave it and show me. Nobody can leave it. Are you holding it now?
It's my default.
So welcome. Oh, simple like this.
Very simple.
No stories about it. Nothing. Hmm? Just forget about it. You got something? Don't let the mind make any stories. The mind wants to jump in now and say, see, you got it. Now don't lose it. Now, some rubbish like that. Just throw.
Can you be so simple?
That's a joke. You see. So anyone in the hangout that we have not gone through the inquiry together, they can come up. Jane is there, Jane, and then Mariano is there. Jane, come. If your mic works.
Where the inquiry done?
Can't hear you so well, my dear.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Go through the inquiries together?
Yes, yes. What's coming up for you now? As you hear this, what's coming up?
Nothing. Blank. I don't know what I am.
And yet you see there is a blank. This blank might get replaced by something else soon, isn't it?
Can you say that again?
I said that you are aware of the blank, and when this blank is replaced by something else, that also you are aware of. So who is this one who is aware? Are you aware now or no?
hmm
What is seen that confirms this? How do you know that you are aware?
I'm looking at you.
Yes, but suppose nothing was there in front of you. Your eyes closed, are you aware or no?
Mhm.
How do you know this? You're sure you're aware?
It's like I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't.
Yes, yes, but still the looking is present, isn't it? Now, how far are you from this looking?
Ananta, it's like I don't. I don't know.
What's happening? You can tell me what's happening.
It's like I don't get.
I don't?
I don't get it.
You don't get it. Yes, it's good. You don't get it because there is nothing to get. You're just saying, you're just telling me what is here right now. Don't try to get anything at all. Don't expect that something should happen. Nothing is going to happen. Just tell me what's appearing. When your eyes are open, this computer is there in front of you, your room is there, other things are there, isn't it? So you are perceiving all of this. None of this is perceiving you.
Mhm.
So these are the external objects. These are the external objects. Then when you close your eyes, then there are what I call internal objects. There are thoughts, imagination, emotion. All of these are also perceived by you. And it is the same perceiver of the external and internal. This is true or no?
Mhm.
Same one who perceives what is outside as well as what is inside. Now this perceiver, when you close your eyes, there are what I call internal objects. So this perceiver, who is this? Who is this one? Is it separate from you? Don't think about it. Check. What's happening? Still some thought is coming. I don't get it like that. Is it coming like that?
There's like there's no thoughts.
No thoughts. Yeah. And you are aware that there is no thought, And you are aware when there is a thought, isn't it? So now this one that is aware of thought and no thought, what does this one want? Does it want something, this one? And what do you want?
I don't know. No.
Is there a difference between this one that is aware and you? You will not be able to solve it. You will not be able to contemplate it. You will not be able to come up with a solution for this question. All that is needed is for you to look. There is awareness of external, there is awareness of internal. Am I not this awareness? Am I something other than the awareness? Is anything that is seen, anything which is appearing, does it touch you? So nothing in the world can bother you. Is this true? So when your brother comes and irritates you, or friends in school or college, they come and trouble you, it's nothing. You can tell me anything that is coming up for you. Don't be shy, just say whatever you feel, you just say.
Um, I really want to go to Bangalore and like sit with you.
Because what do you feel will happen when you're in Bangalore? Where am I right now? Am I in Bangalore? I'm right there with you. Not 1 inch of distance between us. Not 1 inch. Someone yesterday was saying that you have to wake up at some very unearthly hour to join us in Satsang, isn't it? What time is it over there?
Well, right now it's 8:44 a.m.
Okay. But the other
The
one, the morning one is in. Yeah.
the the other times is usually like 1:30 a.m. Wait, when it's 1:30 a.m. here, what time is it over there? I'm not sure.
It's 11. No? That's 11 o'clock.
11 p.m.
No, 11 a.m.
Yeah. Oh,
That's the morning. Oh.
okay.
So what brings you? What brings you to Satsang every day, even when it's not convenient and it seems so difficult?
I don't know.
Just like my son. Ask him anything and he says, I don't know. It's very sweet, my dear. Your eyes convey more than any words could have conveyed. So today you must give me some of these ideas that I don't get it, I can't understand. Will you forget about them for me? And will you also stop trying to get something? Just stop trying. And whatever is unfolding spontaneously for you, just let it happen on its own. And very soon you will have this grin of a crazy person, like all of us. Don't ever feel like, oh, I must not say this, or how will I sound, all of this, just throw it away. Whatever is coming up, you just say. This and I, all of us are your family. Thank you, my dear. Love you very much.
Love you too.
Father, can I share something, Father?
Come, my dear.
Namaste, Father.
Namaste.
When I was sitting here for all this 1 hour,
I don't need.
45 minutes. Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
For this 1 hour, 45 minutes, I've been sitting, closed my eyes. I didn't realize I was here and the body was here also, totally lost in that space. And
Yes.
um, I told Ambaji I'll make some space for someone and I became, I was in space. It felt like that. Um,
You're in big trouble.
Suddenly,
Big, big.
I know, Prat, I wanted to tell this also. Actually, sometimes maybe I don't know if other Sangha members and everything. What this she always in the satsang, even I don't. Today I didn't want to come, Father. Yesterday I was there, so I didn't want to come today. But somehow I don't know. I was forced to come here, Father. It is not me doing it, so please forgive me for that. Please. But I don't know, somehow there was no space even when I was coming. Then suddenly the space came up and I had to jump in. That's it. Um, okay. What I wanted to tell you is when I was just sitting like this, suddenly I felt some expansion, like so much expansion that it was just beyond this world. It just expanded so big that my body felt like a tiny dot, something like that. I like my hands were little tiny dots, something like that. And then this space was so big. There was no difference between um, awareness and like space and awareness is like one, something like that I felt. And there was no thoughts or nothing, but this expansion was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I was aware of that space too. um, when I was aware, it didn't feel there was any much difference, but it was like just expanding, that's all. And then suddenly, gradually, when you were talking to someone and saying inside and outside, it didn't make any sense to me. I heard that word, and it's like there is no inside, there's no outside, something like that I felt. Um, yeah, I thought I'll just share with you further. Thank you.
So like this every day, new insights, fresh insights will come. Very beautiful.
feels like this body mind is independent of me.
Yes.
Automatically. I'm just here watching, not as a
Yes.
watcher.
Watcher.
But yeah, but-
Just the watching is here. Yes.
and it's like I'm listening to it for the first time. I don't know.
What do you? It seems now. What was I listening to before? We've always only been saying this.
Other one,
Yeah.
doubt is kind of like, is it consciousness or awareness? I don't know. I'm just here.
So what is consciousness?
What is it?
What is? Does it matter?
Dynamic aspect or less? I don't know. I'm just here.
It's good. Forget about all this. Forget you heard ever the word consciousness or awareness.
All I know is I'm here. Just
Yeah.
And there's no feeling like, not even a feeling of gratitude,
Yeah.
but nothing.
Yeah.
It's nothing. Mouth is laughing, but I'm not.
Yeah.
It's something. I don't know.
It's very good. Could you put on some lights?
I'm conscious now.
One who doesn't know consciousness is conscious.
Now I'm conscious.
Can't see. It's so dark.
Yeah, that's why we tried it some.
It doesn't.
It feels like I'm watching myself speaking. I don't know. I'm just here.
Are you doing the speaking?
No. That's what it, this body is independent of me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, but I know. This mind is playing like it should
Yeah.
feel some feeling of gratitude, but nothing is on force. All feelings are seen, but nothing is touching. And the mind is saying, "Oh, this is spiritual. You can't share this," but it is also
It
seen.
doesn't matter.
I don't know. Nothing is happening. But everything is seen, but nothing is happening.
Yeah.
And this was there all the time.
Yeah.
And this mind is saying, maybe you're not getting it properly. This is ego. But somehow
Who
it is
is he
also
talking to?
nothingness. And I don't have to close my eyes to
Yeah.
check also. It's here. I don't know what I'm sharing.
Very good.
I'm listening to myself. I don't know what. I'm waiting what I'm going to speak.
Good.
The mind is saying something. I
Yeah.
don't know. Somehow, sometime I believe it, but I'm still here. Or
Yes.
whatever I believe it or
Even
not.
with belief.
Yeah.
Anything happens to you?
No, it never happened, but I feels like believe it. Nothing, not even feeling of gratitude. I don't know. This is. I think this is the problem. It feels like you should have some.
Mind, this is it.
Yeah, it feels like.
Forget about it. Just to see you is gratitude.
All the feelings are there, but they are on the body.
You're struggling to pick up something.
Yeah, what should I speak? Well, there's nothing coming. I'm just here, that's it.
Yeah.
Can't specify space and but it's nothing is moving actually. It is illusion. People. I don't know what I'm sharing. It's too much for the first day. It feels like that. special is also seen.
Yeah.
The special.
Yeah.
I don't know what. I'm just here.
Yeah.
And it was very simple. It is simple. How can it be simple?
What did you do to get it? What did you get?
Actually, I was expecting some fireworks. That was the problem. But nothing is needed. I don't know.
Now, what can you do that you will lose this?
This here-ness
Yeah.
is cannot be touched.
Cannot be touched. But you can pretend.
Yeah.
That's all I've been saying so many years.
But Father, there is
Yeah.
no oneness feeling. It just
No.
just here. That's it. I can't say that these are body
Yeah.
and me, but it's localized awareness.
What
kind
is the
of.
difference between that body and this body? It's just like only that the perspective seems to be coming from inside this when we are looking externally, isn't it?
Yes.
Any other difference?
Like I can say only I am, but I can say she is.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. It feels like everything is stopped. Not stopped, but mind is still playing.
It will-
Now I got it why you say that. Like you and me are same one. I never felt that way before. It was mechanical for me.
Yeah.
Like to console me,
Yes,
I used to
yes,
say.
yes, yes.
It felt initial. But now
It is being nice to me.
Yeah.
And the mind will come and say, but fake, you're just faking. Okay. It says like this, no, you're just faking. Throw it away. Throw it away. You'll try to create some doubt like that. You're just faking. Nothing really happened. You're just talking. Rubbish. Just throw it away. Mhm. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You don't have to be falsely humble. So nothing. No proclamation, no humility.
It was here all the time.
Yes. Yes, Shivani had said, Father, turn the computer screen parallel to the window and add him. Too late for that now. And Aparna had said, okay, I know I'm not reading many of the messages today, but just whatever is popping for me, I'm reading that. She said, Father, I just needed to be in your presence. That's all I know and nothing else. Love you so much, Father. Yes, my dear. Always welcome to be here. It might be a bit of satsang for our moderators. But you have to be open, you see. You have to be open to. So if they're upset with you, you have to be open to them being upset also. If you know in your heart you're just meant to be here, sometimes it can play like this. I know I'm creating big trouble for all the moderators.
No, that's exactly how I felt, Father. In the middle, the mind was coming up, you have to get out of the hangout now. Remember, you promised all those things, and then something said, just be here, nothing else. And I was just sitting, Father. Thank you.
You're gonna get me in trouble today. They might stop reserving a place for me. Your place, that's where Aparna is. For me, actually, it's very more natural for me is to spoil all my kids. Whenever you're in the handout, just be open and listen to your heart. And you'll know in your heart, you know whether there's something which is saying leave or stay. And you might find that when you leave, there might be someone who comes, and in that moment, the Buddha is born. Sometimes it's like this. And sometimes from your heart, you feel stay, then it's okay. I trust all of you. And if it comes from your heart, leave. And you don't leave, know that you prevented the next Buddha from being born. No, we were joking once like this that most of you have heard this story. We were saying that what happened sometimes after satsang here is that it became very social. Everybody chatting, eating, drinking, all this. And still darshan is going on, and everyone is coming and hugging me still, but in the background I could hear all this. And also there were times where right on time he walks in. So we were just talking about the time where after satsang it would get very noisy sometimes, and then I would find that there were also beings who were sitting, just something is flowering inside them, and someone goes and says, "Hey, you want a samosa?" So I said, the next Buddha was being born, and we distracted him with the samosa. Yes, I remember. Did you all see who's come? You see? See his new haircut and everything. Did you share something? Many are saying that they cannot see when the window is in the background. Suchitra said, unknown jnani whom none can see. It's good for his spiritual ego. Okay, Amit is here. Amit asked a question earlier which was, Dear Father, how to deal with desire to eat, feel, etc. I know that it is the mind, but sometimes it is very powerful. So shall we fulfill the desire so that we can be free, or should we resist the mind? When you are here, I give you a simple pointing. Just don't believe your next thought. So then all these questions will come. Sometimes, questions like this can come. How do I deal with my desire? Otherwise, with many I've seen this question comes, what happens to me after death? All these things which the mind feels, are tricky areas, they try to come up. But where we are now, where I saw you that day, you don't have to go to any of this. You just stay, and together we walked through this, isn't it? We saw that all thoughts are allowed to come and to go, and when we are not believing them, then none of this means anything. And yet the actions which are meant to happen through this body continue. The eating doesn't stop, the moving doesn't stop. All that needs to be done continues to be done. So don't change the question now. Don't change where you are. And there's enough time. We'll speak about all these topics, desire, death, karma, whatever. But for now, you just stay and let everything come and go. And I know actually that you're at work, so maybe it's not so easy for you to come into the hangout. But when you come, when it's possible, then you come and we can inquire together. Don't get confused with all these topics about desire. Many lifetimes can go in trying to control desire, trying to control tendencies, trying to understand all of these things. So first you discover who you are, then we can figure out together what to do with desires. Mariano is here. Mariano, is your mic working?
Namaste, Father.
Namaste, my dear.
Namaste, everyone. Is it working?
Yes,
Mike?
very well.
Can you hear
Yes,
me?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
My English is not so good, so I will try
Okay.
to speak slowly.
Sounds very good. So where are you now? Do you feel that you got it, or you still feel you didn't get it?
Well, I feel silence, and it's like every time I am in satsang, it's like being inside a pool. But somehow it feels that like my old clothes are waiting for me outside to get into them. You know, there is always this feeling, and well, the interest in wearing them is less and less. But still, sometimes I put my old clothes again. It's something like that.
What does that mean? It means you feel you still haven't got it.
Well, it feels like mentally I understand, but I don't want to understand more mentally. I feel like I don't need to understand more mentally. It's like more maybe because of so much mental understanding. It feels like there's something better to get, like so much reading about how it should be, how awakening should be. It's like it's never, I never get there, you know, something like that.
So is there a mental understanding, the highest mental understanding, which is not your living experience? Can you share like this something which is mentally understood but is not your living experience?
Okay. Well, sometimes I perfectly understand that I am not this body or the mind or the past or the future, but sometimes I feel like I am anyway. It's not, or I understand that we are all consciousness, and sometimes
You,
yeah.
is this a concept that I am consciousness, or is this what you see right now?
Well, it's it's both maybe. Uh, it's like maybe there are more expectations about how it should be.
Yes, but this consciousness,
Yeah.
can you tell me a little about whether it is here right now or no?
Yes. Here I can sense like a breathing and sounds. It's not so much mental activity, really.
Okay.
I can sense the perceptions.
Yes.
I can see all of that. And there's always in satsang, like right now, also a relaxation that feels very, very deep.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes. So you are aware of all of these,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
external as well as internal. Yes.
Sorry.
This one that is aware
Yeah.
of that which is external and internal, Where is this one?
Well, it's here. It can't be any other place. It's
And
always
who
here.
sees this? Who sees
Who?
this? Who sees this also? Is it you that sees it or something else?
No, it's me.
It's you. This you, this one who sees even this. Who is this one?
Well, it's me. Whenever I do these inquiries, I
Yeah.
I really can never find something as when I find something like the objective,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Never find it.
Yes. And yet it is clear to you that you are this awareness or not?
Yes, it's clear. It's very clear.
Now, can you stop being?
No,
How do you know this?
I feel it. It's,
Yes. So this presence, this feeling of being, this presence of being is consciousness.
hmm.
And you are aware of it or not?
Yes.
Now, which mental understanding can explain consciousness to you? Is there something which is required to explain?
No, there's no mental understanding can explain or
Nothing.
describe it.
Now, when you check, every moment when you check, you see that being is here. This is consciousness.
Yeah.
And you are that which is aware even of consciousness. That awareness. Now, what can appear that can change this when you're out of satsang? Is it something different?
Well, no, not really. But sometimes it looks like it's different. But it's not like this is gone. It's like maybe my attention is like pulled to something, and sometimes it feels like I'm pulled too. I know now that it's not possible. It feels like that sometimes.
Father's camera is frozen.
Yeah.
He'll probably be back in a second.
I thought he was just still, but
Yes, it keeps rebooting today. I don't know why. Does it happen for everyone or just for me?
You were just still like frozen. Now it's okay.
Oh, I was out of the hangout and then it came back in. Yes. So when you looked, did you find anything that will change this? Whether you're inside satsang, outside satsang, does something change?
Not really, but sometimes it feels like when my attention is pulled very strongly to something, it can feel like it it it's been changed, but it can never be changed. I know, but sometimes it feels like I'm going with my attention towards something.
It can seem like this, but as you stay in satsang, you find that you discover that you are watching, unmoved, untouched. You are watching even the movement of attention. It is going from place to place, but you are not moving.
Yes.
This attention is moving. And then we are not so fearful about where attention is going also. And as you contemplate more and more like this, then you will find no difference. You are always this.
Yes.
And to check any of this, all you need to do is check. Don't have to refer to any mental understanding, any concept. Did you need anything, any concept for this, what we did just now?
No, not really. Just looking.
Just look.
I also there's something about because I wanted to ask you.
Yes.
I've been long ago. I practiced. I don't know if you heard about that Sahaja Yoga.
Yes.
Well, and the teacher, the guru there, is uses the Kundalini energy, and like she says that this is the force that will pull us out of the illusion or the mind. Like, of course, no mental understanding can do that, but she says that this energy itself will take us away from the illusion of being a person and all that. Is it so, or is it that really that energy for us to use like that, or just I know it's a phenomenal thing that we are not that, but can that be useful somehow or not? Not really.
I'll share something about this. Just because I made a promise to everyone that I won't refuse a question, so I'll share something about this also. So, what can happen is that when this energetic flow, Kundalini, chakra, something like this is happening, you might find that this energy sort of dissolves all this mental energy for some time. See, it dissolves the mental energy for some time, and then it becomes clearer to just contemplate who am I. So that is the good part of it. Now, why it's a double-edged sword is because very quickly what can happen is that the mind itself can come and say, "Oh, your Kundalini has arisen. You're so special. It's wonderful." You see? So the concept of the person who is now has this access to this energy, and also many suffer from various byproducts of these kind of energies also, isn't it? Because the
Yes.
nervous system has some impact, all these things can have an impact. You see? So from what I've seen, a lot of trouble can come from concepts about these energies. And that's why in satsang I rarely talk about these energies because the concept itself becomes more very personal, you see.
Yeah.
That oh I had a kundalini awakening or a kundalini something. But what we already saw is for you to see what you are, you needed no energy because it needed no effort. To presume that I need some energy to see myself means that it must take some effort. Actually, it is not so. In the best case, how these energies are helping is that they seem to dissolve this mental aspect for some time. You see? But when the mind comes back, it comes back with all kinds of rubbish, all kinds of concepts. So you've already seen that the simplest way, the most sahaj way, is to just be. Let everything come and go. Most natural self-discovery. To drop all effort, all resistance, just see what is here now. No concept is needed, no energy is needed. And actually, it must be said that whatever energy is needed, that satsang is giving you. Whatever energy is needed for this looking, that satsang is already giving you. So like this, you can keep it very, very simple. Everything is available to you right now to discover yourself. Nothing is missing. It's available to you right now.
Thank you. Because I just wanted to expose it because sometimes being so many years in that practice and following some the teachings of any guru, like it stays somewhere inside, you know. So maybe bring it out.
No practice, especially those who are awakened from the sages. No practice in itself is a problem. It is the practitioner which is the problem. You see, this idea that I am the practitioner, this one is the problem. And here we don't speak so much of practice because we've been through, all of us have been through various practices. We just give this feeling that I must practice this or that to discover what I am. This is not true. Right now you are that already. And you can see that also. It's all that you're seeing, actually, the truth. It's like Adya says something very beautiful. He says, which mountain must the shoe walk around to become a shoe? So to become the self, what must you do? You are the self.
Thank you.
There are a few questions. Let's see what comes up in response to them. Remember that it's only conversationally that we can say that you must be the witness. Only conversationally, for those who are new to Satsang, we can say, first you be the witness. But we will see that there is no entity here which is called the witness. All there is the witnessing itself. Like my master says, ultimately there is no seer. All there is the seeing. So this concept of observer still trying to convince you that there is an entity which is something, but you are nothing. Can you find this observer? What does it look like? Because the mind will come and say, I am the observer. Ask it to come up and introduce itself. Who is this? Doesn't exist. So don't fall for these tricks. If there was an observer entity, who would know it? Who would be aware of observer? Who is this observer? Does it have arms and legs? Does it have any attributes? Or is it just another concept? And somebody said that a lot of irritation is coming. Irritation is coming. Yes. It's very natural for this kind of irritation, this kind of feelings to come. You let them come and let them go. I never promised it's going to be all fun and games. All this needs to be released. We are emptying the house. And sometimes good stuff, sometimes bad stuff. All must go. All of this must go. Trust that you are in this satsang where you come into the direct discovery of who you are. And you will not be left with these mere attachments. Find out, does this feeling belong to you? How do you own this feeling? How is it touching you? You will discover that this idea you have about yourself, that this is my feeling, I am feeling bad, all concepts. Just these energies are coming and going. You can feel for a while that everything is a bit unsteady. What's happening here? All this. I feel like I'm in limbo. What's going on? Have I lost it? Have I lost it?
Yeah,
Like this.
it's happening. Google, something like
Forget about it. Let it be my problem. Don't label anything that is happening. Don't get stuck in any concept. All your friends will come and say, "What happened?" Say, "I don't know."
you don't know.
Yes, yes.
That's beautiful.
And it's good. It's the first day. You can keep an eye on you for the next week. Then if you see some satsang announcements going out from Govil, let me know. Rest of you can share. Govil keeps quiet for a few days.
Father?
Hello.
Hello. I just want to come up, but I don't know what to. I don't know what for. I've just been feeling to come up, so pretty much the whole satsang. So I thought I'd better. But I don't know what for. Because because it just feels like everything that starts with I is not is a is it just doesn't feel, it's like something wants to share it about this I, but it just doesn't feel. But I don't want to, sort of not. I don't know. I don't know if I should or shouldn't. So I'm here. Anyway. That's the main thing. It's just everything seems to start with I, and yeah. So it doesn't seem worth sharing because of that.
And what can we say about the I? Even if it's not worth sharing, what can be said about it?
It's just story. It's just a story. It's just thoughts.
And isn't there an I which is aware of all of this?
Mm.
You are aware or no?
Yeah, yeah.
Therefore, there is I. What I say you, for you is I. You hear what I'm saying? What I say
Yeah,
is you, for you it is I, isn't it?
yeah, yeah.
So this I is aware that all these stories, all these thoughts mean nothing. This one that is aware.
That's what I think I'm asking. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just. Well, actually, I do know. I do know. It's but this thing comes up. Like, is it just the thought, another thought saying it's not worth sharing? You know?
Yeah.
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 I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Another thought which saying sharing, it's worth sharing or not sharing, both these thoughts are seen. Does it make a
Yeah.
difference? This I, which is aware of these thoughts,
No.
what makes a difference to this I?
I don't know. I don't know.
What can make a difference? If I'm really rude to you right now, suppose I'm really rude to you right now, will it make a difference to this I?
But this is the thing. I don't know if this I is the identity that's seeing all this stuff.
The
You know, like
identity, the identity is just a concept, an idea. An idea cannot see.
because there's all this stuff going. Are you just being cocky? You're just, you know.
Yes, all this is seen. So all these thoughts that you're being this, you're being that, is the one that sees these, is that also seen?
It's known. I don't know if it's. I don't know if it's seen. It's known. It's
Yes.
known.
It's what?
It's known. Like
Known like that?
known. Yeah,
Yes.
known.
I was hearing no one, which is also true. Known, yes. It's known.
It's known.
Yes. So this one that is known, it is known. So it's not just a concept because it is known.
Hmm.
You see? A concept is just an idea. You already see that this one, which sees all of these appearances, is known. It is not just an idea.
Yeah, I think that's where there's a little something happening there. I don't know what that is because it's like there's a definite knowing or not. You know, like there's a definite, but I don't know what's happening. Like,
Yes.
or if anything is even happening. I don't know. It
Are
seems like
you,
this is.
when I say, are you aware now? It is known that I am aware. It's not just
Yeah,
an idea.
yeah.
You see? So if I come and say, no, no, you don't know, it's just an idea. What will you say? No, I know, I am aware.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah.
Only concepts can be argued with.
Yeah.
What is known, even I can't come and argue with you. In spite of all the trust and credibility I have with you, I will not be able to tell you, but you're not aware. As you know, I am aware.
It seems like it's only sometimes that I know that.
Sometimes that you check that. There's only sometimes that you check that.
Yeah.
But every time you check, unfailingly it is true or not.
Yeah, eventually. It can take a little bit to.
To decross something.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just know that if I don't listen to the thing that's like when you ask me that,
Yeah.
that question, two things can happen. Like it can just there's kind of a freeze that happens because the mind is like just as if it won't let go. It just won't get out of the way, sort of thing. Or yeah, or you can it kind of melts and you can see that yeah.
But also the frozen mind you are aware of.
Because yeah, this is it. It's like as if it's like that has to get out of the way. Like there's this expectation that has to get out of the way for it to be
Why? But
seen.
you are aware of even this.
Because when thought is there, it's like I'm not aware of it. I'm it. It's only when it's not seen, feels like it's not there, that I feel like I'm aware, sort of thing.
No, this is just a concept of awareness again. When thought is there, you are aware of it. When thought is not there, you are aware that there is no thought. So did this awareness also come and go along with the thought?
No. But
You can see it. Don't try to solve it yourself. Say whatever is coming up, you see.
it just feels like aware. I'm only aware when like to be aware, to know that I'm aware when there's all this blur, all this thinking. It doesn't seem to happen like that. I know that I'm aware when this is there.
Okay, so Guruji has this very nice example. You're going in a car and it starts raining. It starts raining and your entire windshield is now blurry, but you can see the blurry windshield, isn't it? And then
Yeah.
you put on the wiper, then for a while it is blurry and for a while it is clear. And yet, did something change for you, or it was just what was appearing changed?
I'm sorry, Phil, I can't even concentrate.
It's very simple. The windshield, the state of the windshield kept changing. Does that mean that something happened to you?
My computer froze. Sorry.
Okay. So what I was saying is that the state of the windshield is changing. Does something happen to you?
I don't know. I only know that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like I only know myself when thinking's not in the way.
Okay, let's presume this is true. Let's presume that you only know yourself when there is no thinking. So then what do you know about yourself when there is no thinking?
Just that I'm aware. That I'm aware
Very
of
good.
everything.
Okay. Now, when thinking comes, what changes for this awareness that you are?
It just doesn't seem like there's awareness of the awareness. There's awareness of thought only, sort of thing.
Yes, but you are still aware, isn't it? The same one who is aware of nothing is now aware of something. Or is it that the thought is all that exists now and you are not there,
Yeah.
which is a thought? Is this your experience?
Like there's only.
Now you're freezing from
I
the
don't know. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes. Can you wait for your next thought and tell me you were not there, only the thought was? Let's wait for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, fella. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's driving me nuts. It's obvious I'm here, but I don't know anything else.
Maybe what you mean by know, what do you feel knowing means? What do you mean by know? I don't know. Because I'm
Certainty,
not
like
relying on any knowledge, you see. I'm just asking what you see. What is it that you see? A thought comes and I am aware of the thought. There's nothing to be known in this, just to be seen.
it's as if I just don't even know how to see in that way. It's like
Don't try to see in any way, just natural. But I know when I say be natural, then it's more constrictive also. Okay, what are you seeing right now? In front of your eyes, what is there?
a computer.
Computer scene.
Yeah.
You are aware of the computer. Nothing special was done to see the computer.
No.
In the same way, just see the next thought which comes. Nothing special. If something comes, it comes. If it doesn't come, it doesn't come. It's okay.
But okay.
Yeah.
It's like, well, if it's that simple, why am I even here? What's my problem? What is my problem?
Because this voice which is speaking is not you. Who is here? This one that's saying, why am I here? Who is this one? Is this the one who is watching the computer and the thought?
Uh, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
It does not exist. does not exist. This me does not exist. And the witnessing is witnessing even this play of these thoughts, these words coming from your mouth saying, why am I here? All of this, it is witnessing. And it is untouched.
It just keeps coming back to that same thing of, well, what? It's just playing like this, so what to do? There's nothing that can be done.
Yes.
It's so frustrating.
Yes. Except to see that except to see this one that is getting frustrated is only imagined.
Okay, I'm just going to
Can
speak
you
what it
find?
was. Can I just speak, Father? Sorry, not to
Yeah.
butt in. I mean, just what's happening, what comes up, so that you can
Yes.
smack it. It just keeps coming up. It's like, well, oh, I can't remember what you said now. It's imaginary, but it's still here and it's still playing and it's still believed in, and all that is out of control, anyone's control, because there's no one controlling even that. It's just like, it's like everything that just happens. I don't know. This is a thing that gets a lot of attention here. It's just like, what? There's nothing to be done about anything. It seems completely clear and logical, and so even if there's pretend suffering and even there's pretend whatever, all the pretense is just gonna happen if it's gonna happen. I don't know. I have no idea.
So like this, you can see that you could speak the same words. There is nothing to be done. Nothing is moving here. Nothing changes. All this pretend suffering, pretend freedom doesn't mean anything. You can say like this with a lot of freedom. Or you can say the same words with a lot of frustration and say nothing to be done. What is the difference? The difference is that in the first one, you see that I am this awareness which is untouched. And in the second one, we're still pretending to be this person who does not exist. Whose voice is this? Who's frustrated?
I don't know. You're asking the pretend person. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not asking the
The
pretend
pretend
person. I'm
person is
asking
talking right now. The pretend person is talking about it.
but does it have any existence, this pretend person? Does it think, oh, imagined or whatever, but it is here? No, it is not. It is just imagined means it is not here. And it's okay if you're getting angry with me, some strong resistance is coming, it's completely fine.
It's not with you, Father. It's
Yes,
not with
it's
you. Just
because I know that these questions, this constant thing can be irritating, it can be frustrating. I know this. But we can work through that. Together we can work through that.
it's not frustrating. It's just like, I have no idea. It's like No, if it's because it seems worse because it's like I know all this is crap, yet it has to play out, or it is playing out, or whatever. I don't even know if it has to, or so it's just like it's just
Yes. But who are you through all of this playing out? All of this playing out, who are you? Truly, not a concept. Truly, right now, who are you?
I don't know. I don't know.
How are you not the awareness which witnesses the thought? I don't know. Tell me how you're not. Let's look at it that way then. You're aware of your thought, and yet you are not awareness. Is that what you're saying?
I feel like I'm aware of my thought as a person, as a pretend person. I'm aware of my thought like I've been aware of everything as a pretend person for the last 20 years, 30 years, or whatever.
Only awareness has always been aware. The pretend person has no existence. That's why it's pretend, you see. You have never been a person. It's only been an idea. Like we can have an idea that I have always lived in Australia, but actually I lived in India all my life. So just because I believe the idea I lived in Australia, does it bring me to Australia? No. But the belief can make it seem like I'm pretending as if I'm in Australia. It never really happened. In the same way, you were never really a person because you cannot find the person. You yourself are saying pretend person. Pretend means it never existed.
Then I still don't know. Why won't it stop pretending? I don't get it.
What is the meaning of pretending? How is it pretending? Can you elaborate on it?
Believing
So stop believing.
is making a story real that isn't, like making something. I don't.
But can you stop believing or no?
It's like every now and again, even like now when I'm talking, it's like every now and again there's a clear seeing that this is a story,
Yes.
but then there's not. Then there's like just an emotion, and there's it's like
Yes, but all of this is appearing, is the content, isn't it? Is that to whom all of this is appearing, is that also coming and going? Or that remains constant?
it's I don't know, logically constant.
Not logically, but what do you see?
Mm. I don't know what anything is anymore. I don't know what this whole fucking thing is. I don't even know if I've even seen anything or if I even know anything about anything. I
None of that is important. None of that. Are you willing to let go of all of that? Everything you've known. You just leave it.
Probably not. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I don't know. I don't know.
Who is suffering right now when all this is happening? Who is suffering?
I'm embarrassed. Nobody.
Today we had the most number of viewers on YouTube ever. They heard you use all that fancy language in Satsang. You make a highlight of that clip. Just don't say I don't know.
It just came that I was scared to say no one because it's embarrassing.
I just what? I
It
just
just
what?
came. It just came that. Oh, now there's doubt. There's no one. There's no one. But then
Yeah.
it came to not say that because it was embarrassing. Like it's embarrassing that there's no one there.
Yes. There is nobody there. There is no one. And there never was.
Okay. Certain certain energies have like more identity than others.
Those that have been nourished in the past, they seem to be stronger.
Okay, I don't even know. Oh my god. I feel like I'm going insane, actually.
Yes, yes, we are all waiting for that to happen. This insanity is very good. It's very
This is what it's been like for others, like something then nothing, then something then nothing, then something then nothing. Like
Yes, but for who? Wow. Is it really 750? How are you
yeah.
guys still here? And there are 28 of you watching on YouTube. What are you doing? Get a life. It's 3.5 hours already. Something and nothing for who?
It's okay. I'm done.
No, I'm not. It's okay. Wherever can if they want. It's okay. So you said nobody here, and then you said this is the way it is. Something, then nothing. Something and nothing. But you said nobody here. Then something and nothing for who?
I don't know. For nobody.
Yeah.
So this is It's not clear again. It's not clear again. So there's a somebody again.
Where? What does it look like? You can't ask me that. Just presume that somebody is back. Just presume with me. How rude of you to ask me. What does it look like?
I
I'm
just
telling
feel like I'm wasting time, brother.
nobody is back. Nobody is back. Just an idea.
I just was trying to work it out. I'm not going to try and work it out. I'm just going to say there's a belief that somebody's back. Or there's belief in the thought that somebody's back. I don't know. I don't know.
I feel it's good if you can come to the hangout as much as possible over the next few days.
Okay.
Yes. Our moderators also left. Jeez. Okay, my love, we can play the invocations if you're here.
Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Dhyanamulam Gurur Murti, Pujamulam Gurur Padam, Mantramulam Gurur Vakyam, Mokshamulam Gurur Kripa, Mokshamulam Mujiji Kripa, Mokshamulam Ananta Ji Kripa. Sarvesham swastirбhavatu, sarvesham shantirбhavatu, sarvesham purnam bhavatu, sarvesham mangalam bhavatu, sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramya, sarve patrani pashantu, ma kaschit dukhabhag bhavet. Asato ma satgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityurma amritam gamaya. Om Purnamida Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Brahma Paramastu. Om Shri Satguru Bhagavan Ki Jai. Om Shri Satguru Murji Ki Jai.
Thank you also very much for being in Satsang today. Sadguru Shri Mujiji Ki Jai.
Satguru Shri Ananta Ji Ki
Jai.
Jay. Jay.
Jay.
Thank you, Amba, for this marathon satsang.